Photographers can't see the forest for the trees. In fact, when they're in forests, all they see is their own naked bodies lost in a wilderness just so they can get a little landscape shot, something everybody's seen 30 times a day. They're called sunsets. Grow up. But doesn't mean if 5 of them would send me their photos that I wouldn't critique them and help them improve. Come on.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
In this series, you're supposed to send me nice photos that maybe will inspire me to actually take a photograph one day, and I won't have to improve anything, but so far we just get the utter bottom feeder guppies up in this. So we're on the Sony a7S III, pre-firmware of course. Voigtlander 35mm at Tony 2 to replicate the Zeiss 35mm Tony 2 that I just saw a deal on, thinking of pouncing unless this looks like trash meat. Alright, we have a bubble girl at an ice cream thing, a little saturated, kind of cartoony. It's an interesting look, almost vintage but not. If you were to take vintage and then crank the saturation slider to 99%, you would have this Panasonic S5 II 50mm Tony 2.8. Is that the 1.4 or the 1.8 lens? You probably are not carrying around that 1.4 giant beast to catch this kind of bullshit shot in a garden. Let's hope not. It's an okay shot. I see like you put the girl in the bubble, but she's clearly behind the bubble. You're not fooling anybody. If she would have jumped into the ice cream box and then like, oh my god, what is that all about? Then I'd be intrigued. Right now, she's looking off at what? At frickin' what? That's what I want to know. You know what she was looking at? A boy with better ice cream. And she wondered, am I good enough for him? I'm just a girl. I'm a little self-conscious about my own body because magazines told me I should be prettier. But what if I am good enough and I deserve the boy with the hyper-colored blue ice cream? He has spiky hair. I'm just gonna go ask him out. Even though I'm like 7 years old. It's time. It's time to pick your gender and move on and start a family young. This is our time. What? Oh wow, a chickadee feeding out of your hand. Never seen that before. No one's ever done it. Oh, that's amazing. How did you... I didn't know that they were curious birds and would come eat out of your hand. That's amazing. Why didn't you get slow motion footage of it with your phone? Huh? That's a real shot right there. It's like, oh my god, how did that happen? Yeah. So like, everybody's seen this. If you had like a hamburger in the hand or something, that might have looked cool, but you didn't. You did not. You have to add an element of surprise. When you're taking a photo, you wait for something interesting and out of the ordinary to happen. When I was there, a dog had come running out of the bushes and it's like, is that food for me? And it's like, it wasn't at all. What are you doing? Usually golden retrievers are better behaved than that. And there was also like a mini owl on the hand already. And he wasn't going for the food like the dog was. Owls over dogs is all we know for sure. Just buy an owl. There's lots of pets, pet owls. It's a thing now. All right, we got a portrait here. It's a nicely, I like the reds. Highlighted with the blonde hair. Oh my god, so sexy with the black. Oh, satanic, but like in an innocent type of way. The clock necklace, is that a clock necklace? Showing you that it's time to have sex with her. That's amazing. Red eyes, it's kind of cool. It's a cool shot, and it's just missing like a chihuahua in the purse type of thing. Then it's like, is that Paris Hilton? Or her sister at least? Or like the babysitter of her dog? That's so cute. I didn't know dogs could fit in purses. How come you didn't have like something like a purse with a dog in it? It's too evil, this. It's a little like satanic, evil, black, mysterious. She's too young for that. What did you do? You're bad. You're a bad person. All photographers are. We knew that. Why do I save these? I should know. Like when I get an email with a shot like that, Just, okay, delete that, move on. There's a lot of people waiting with much better shots. What is this? There's nothing here. Sony a7S III, you would do that, you low megapixel bitch. G Master lens, that setup costs thousands of dollars. I've seen better stuff on little Kodak. At least the color science looks almost Fuji-like. So I'll give you that, but like you cut off everything at the bottom, all those interesting colors down there. Why didn't you pan down a bit or up to get rid of it? Your composition hell. Oh, you suck. When I was there, I zoomed in on that building and I noticed that there was a man hanging off a balcony. I was like, oh my god, and there was like a bunch of cats. Some of them cared, some of them didn't. That was the weird thing. There was one on the roof. He's like, whatever, man. Guy doesn't even feed me. I don't really care if he falls. And there was another cat on the lower level looking up like, should I save him? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I wouldn't mind if he lived. If he does fall, I will eat his dead body, but what will he taste like? He buys a lot of hamburgers and stuff. He's not going to taste good. And the other cat, I'm not sure if that cat was trying to save him or pull him off and kill him and eat his body. So like there's a lot going on in my shot. This is why photos suck. It's just one thing. There it happened. Whereas a movie, things are happening. Oh my god, where's she going? Imagine all of these shots in slow motion. That girl posing with the chihuahua purse and like hair blowing in the wind or something, and she's giving you a look in slow motion. Oh my god. Finally. It has some heart. I can feel the soul in it. Is this a film camera? Canon Rebel G. I almost thought that was one of the like APS-C Best Buy cameras, but I think it's a film camera. He's using film stocks and stuff, and it's like a vintage truck. It feels like I'm in 1973. It's a decent little shot. And there's a hummingbird. He told me that he was just taking a picture of his truck or something. He wanted the truck in the background and take this lantern, and then as he was about to press the shutter, a hummingbird flew in. I don't believe you at all. That's clearly a hummingbirder feeder. That's what they're called. Birder feeder. I'll birder feeder your mom. But I like the feel of it. It's a vintage touch. Not bad. You've done well. There's hardly anything you could do to improve it. May I suggest you just maybe an element of danger in the shot? Because like the bird's coming and going. Is this thing even have sugar in it? That's not a very interesting story. If there's a cobra wrapped around a hummingbird feeder, then it's like, okay, do you risk it? Do you risk and maybe go around the back? But they can wrap and uncoil themselves. Do cobras eat hummingbirds? I think they might. Why wouldn't they? This is not a very often that they get that kind of meal, but it's something they wouldn't refuse. Let us hope the next show has better photos, because I'm just going to start deleting the bad ones, because I have 400 unread emails, not including like the 35 of my older email address that I'm still working through. So I'm going to start pressing that delete button pretty hard, and we're moving on from your boring life. My microphone has been hidden. Did it sound worse? I bet it did. I'll leave. Subscribe for more than I say.